and welcome to Dark Side of the Noon, the show that looks into the weird and the wonderful.
On today's show, we're going to be discussing spiritual healing and those involved with the psychic connection. Here with us today is Liverpool-based medium Phil Smith.
Hi Phil.
Hiya.
I've always been interested in the spiritual world myself, but I've never understood its actual powers. How was it that your gift came about?
I had it all my life as a child, but I was brought up Roman Catholic, so it was never discussed. It was only when I went through a divorce around 1993, that I started to search, went to the spiritualist churches, sat in a sort of development circle, picking up ribbons and just relaying what I was picking up, what I was feeling and sensing. And a guy stood up and he took the whole message, and it just went from there.
So how does the spiritual world connect with you? Do you see like spirits or energies around people?
It happens in different ways, but sometimes all the different ways it can happen at once. But normally there's a difference between your psychic and your spirit. Your psychic connection is connecting to the person that you're reading for. So you'll pick up, you'll pick up energy. I see auras, I see colours around people as well, and that's not always physically see that. I see that in my mind's eye. But then the spirit connection is I sense them, I feel them, I hear them, and sometimes I see them.
Have you ever had anyone you've been unable to read? Maybe they've like blocked you off, or
yeah, that has happened.
Not relaxed enough.
Yeah. There's different reasons for that. Sometimes it can be about where am I, but most of the time it's about people's logical minds. It's like it's either they want a certain thing or a specific thing, or in their mind it's no good. But it's like, and people say to me all the time, but I've got an open mind. And yeah, if you've got an open mind, why do you want something specific? That's a closed mind. So it's an open mind to see whatever comes through, but also hope that what you want will come through. But certain things can block it, yeah.
Phil, you don't recognise yourself as a clairvoyant, you're a spiritual healer. What's the difference between the two for people to really understand?
Well, I do actually see myself as clairvoyant, but not the aspect that you're talking about, you're right. Clairvoyance is to see. That's the basic elements of what clairvoyancy means. But in my case, it's to see spirit. They will relay messages about your future because they're around you. But a clairvoyant just sees the future, like a psychic does. They see the future.
Having said that, would you say then that spiritualism is connected to religion, maybe, in a sense?
It's not for me, but now the way the movements move forward, there's people in that movement who are now touting it as being the fastest developing religion. So for some it is. For me personally, it's not about that. It's not about the politics or the religious side of things. It's about being able to do what I do, whether that be healing or relaying a message or giving someone an understanding of the psychic, but also of the spirit people that are there.
Yeah. So do your premonitions change like as you go through life? Can you switch the gift on and off maybe?
I feel it's not so much about your age. I suppose it's the length of time that you're doing it. I mean, next year,
experience.
Yeah, and you can put it down to life experience. Next year is my 20th anniversary of developing it, being aware of it and developing it. Whereas previous to that, I knew there was something there, but I didn't know what it was. So there was a lot of confusion. But I've learned to switch it off. And close it down and open myself up to it. And other times, I've got no choice. It just happens.
It just happens there and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was developing, I thought that was about me and my ego, because it gives you a great sense of who you are. You know, you're helping people. But as I get older now, I will be quite fussy if I'm not working, given that. But if spirits are coming forward and they're insistent, I will deliver that message. As long as they tell me that I'm safe to do it.
Yeah. So what is it you feel that what is it you feel that your people that you're giving a reading to gain after their experience? Do they feel comforted in a sense they've spoken to loved ones, or?
It's different things for different people.
Yeah.
You know, because we're all individual. But normally, if it's about getting a reading specifically from spirit, which I'd call that a sitting, it does give them comfort. And it's like, especially if they're struggling with bereavement, it gives them hope. It gives them hope that, you know, their loved ones are still around them. If they come for a psychic reading, it gives them clarification. It gives them an understanding. And it also gives them a confirmation of where they're going at that time. You know, people come for different reasons.
Yeah. Imagine a lot of people might come to you feeling guilty, maybe.
There's an aspect of it. Because there's a lot of times where I'll say to people, there's nothing to feel guilty about. You've done everything that you could. And it's like, I know that's the simplest, briefest understanding, but a lot of the time is that people do get hung up about losing people. And it's the what if I'd done this and if I'd done that. And what I say to people, when it's your time, it's your time. It's like, just to share an experience quickly, my mum, she was diagnosed with cancer, terminal cancer, and they give her 12 weeks, but she lasted 3 years.
Really?
Because, and she was a big teacher in this, because I've seen other people, not just family members and friends and acquaintances that have died and have been there at the end when they died. And it's like, when it's your time, it is. So it doesn't matter what doctors tell you. It's like, if it's not your time, you will live that little bit longer. The person knows when it's their time.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I hope that does that does explain what I'm trying to get across to you.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe you've got a book out. Is what you're talking about, is that all included in the book?
That's part of the understanding, because what I try to cover in the book is not just my experiences or my beliefs or even my understanding. It's to help people who are out there who've got a belief in this, or they go searching. It's like, because even though I'm sensitive and sometimes the things that I do is crazy, weird and wonderful, I've got a rational mind. I'm a human being and I want to understand it. And the point of the book was to rationalise what I go through and others do, and to help them. So it covers different things. It's not just life stories. It's what I've experienced. It's what my beliefs, if you want, and saying, well, this is how this affected me. This is what happens, and putting that into book form. And it's like, even some of the talks that I've done in workshops, people have said, because of the way you've put it, that helps me to understand it better. And that's the point of the book, is to give people an understanding. Because sometimes it's glamorized, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's like, and it's spooky and weird. It's like, my grandson, my eldest grandson, he says ghosts, and I said, no, son, it's not ghosts, it's spirit people. There's a difference. And if you educate people, because if you say ghost, first thing, anyone who's got a nervous disposition, a ghost, oof.
Yeah, a lot of fear.
You start getting a bit worried or scared, don't you?
And people's mental health kicks in then.
Yeah.
And then there's triggers, whereas if you give a right understanding, then people can settle with that. And then they will develop and try to understand it from a different perspective. Because it is a bit weird at times, even for me, but there's nothing to be scared about.
No.
And it's in the words that we use at times. And there's even a chapter in the book which says words are important. It's about the words we use. It's the context and how we put that across.
Well, thanks very much for that interesting insight into your world, Phil.
My pleasure.
It's great. There's great stories to tell, and for everybody at home. Shortly, you're going to give us a short demonstration with Michael here.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want any spiritual healing and you want to book an appointment with Phil, you can do on philthemessenger@yahoo.co.uk. Throughout the interview, we've been having quite a lot of tweets from you. Obviously, there's too many to mention, but here's one. Becky Jones says, it's amazing how you can contact your loved ones. All my readings have been very accurate. So thanks for your comments. Keep them coming in at Dark Side of the Noon via Twitter. Now it's over to Phil and Michael.
Thanks, Josie. So Phil, I've never had a reading before, so could you just talk us through what we're going to be doing, maybe things we should be aware of?
Anything that I say to you, if you can confirm it, you say yes. If you can't, you say, Phil, I don't understand. Because it's like, what I'm going to say to you, I still haven't got a clue. But once I start, it's like...
Some of it could be confusing, maybe.
Yeah. So it's like, I ask you to have an open mind, try and be comfortable. because I know you're quite nervous. I can feel that right now. That's me picking up on the psychic energy around you. But yeah, try and stay open. You will calm down once it starts.
Yeah.
So would you like me to start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. When we were sitting down before the interview, I was aware of a gentleman in the spirit world, and I feel this is your grandfather. Do you understand that, please? Your grandfather on the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. He also made me aware, it's like that, he would have had chest problems before he passes into spirit. And I'm struggling now with my breathing, so I feel as if he was struggling with his breathing before he passed over to the spirit world. And do you understand that?
Yeah, I think my mum said he died like due to heart problems.
Okay.
Amongst other things.
Thank you. But as he comes around us now, and he comes around the back of you, and he tells me to tell you that he's very proud of what you've achieved, but I feel as if he wants you to go one step forward, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't feel it's just about the courses that you're doing, okay, but your life plan, okay? Because he's put a life plan in front of me, and this is a cloth, but this has changed in my mind to a map, okay? So I want to say to you, whether you understand this or not, you will be travelling a lot, okay? So once you've actually finished all your studies, I'm seeing you travel a lot, okay?
That's something that I'd really be interested in. I've looked into that and I can relate to what you're saying.
There's also a lady over there in the spirit world that would have had a cancer condition before she passes over to the spirit world, okay? You understand that as well?
Yeah, that would have been me nan, I think.
Okay, thank you. And it's like what I always say when I'm trying to do a reading for people, when you get two spirit people that come forward and you get one of each, a male and a female, that's not just because they love you, that's to show you that they're bringing the balance into your life, okay? Because it's like you've had the balance. I know you're a young man, but you've had the balance, then it's gone, then it's come back. But I want to say to you, 3 years from now, the balance is there, okay? And I feel it'll be in the melting pot. I know that's a Liverpool saying, it's a figure of speech, where I feel then you'll be at a crossroads, okay? And what I mean by then, it's not so much about what you're doing, it's about what you do with it.
Yeah, I understand,
yeah, I thought you'd understand that. I need you to ask for you, not for me, that when your granddad was a young man, I feel he wore drain pipe trousers and he had his hair greased right back.
Well, he was a bit of a joker. I've seen pictures of him and there's been pictures where he has maybe slicked it back or to the side.
And the lady that come through with the cancer condition, I feel she would have loved to go to Great Ormond Street, okay? And she's saying, I didn't buy much, but I used to natter a lot, okay?
Yeah.
Because I feel as if she liked a good chin wag, okay? Because what she's saying here, it's like, it wasn't what she did there, it was the people that she met, okay? And it's like I almost hear energy as she's getting close to me, and I'm asking her to step back, because every time I look at you, I want to cry, and that's the emotion that's coming through from this lady, okay? And I want to tell you that she loved you a lot when she was here, and she still does, okay? It's almost as if I need to confirm something for you. I feel she did take part in your actually upbringing. Do you understand me, please?
Yes, she did, yeah.
I did feel that, and it's like, it's almost, I know your mum's your mother, but she's saying...
She helped me mum out a lot.
Okay, but she's saying, I'm your mother as well. I'm your mother as well, and that's the energy that she comes through. So I still feel as if she's still quite, trying to mother you from the spirit world, okay? She's giving you a lovely apple pie here, okay? And I feel that's memories with herself, okay? And she's saying, no one cooked them like me, okay? And that's her perception on things, okay? Straight away she said, tell him to ask his mother this one. I liked Yul Brynner. She liked Yul Brynner, which is, he starred in a movie, The King and I. So she shows me that as being a favourite movie, but also that being a favourite actor, okay, back in the day.
Well, everything you said has just been spot on, but I'm afraid that's all we've got time for today. I'm sure Josie will join me in saying a big thank you to you today for coming on the show.
I did enjoy it. I really enjoyed the experience. And
it's an experience for you as well to
it was,
really tell people about your ability.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Now it's over to Josie. She's going to introduce today's band.
Thanks, Michael. That's all we've got time for this week, but join us next week when we'll be looking into the world of tattooist and modification. Now to join us, we've got TJ and Murphy, the local Liverpool duo, with Notes in the Wine.
11 chimes in the nighttime with the lights down low. You and I spilling our words. Here we'll be till the morning glow comes creeping through the clouds. Then we'll disappear like notes in the wine. By the shore, we'd sleep in the dunes under indigo. When the tide sang, we awoke to creaking pine trees and mist and a breeze. As the fog fell, we disappeared like notes